Let's take a look at competition quickly, using Tilman's experiments with two diatom species to illustrate the point about competition reducing availability of resources. So let's start with this figure right here. So Tilman was using this species of diatom, which is called Synedra. Synedra because it's a diatom, uses silica here, this teal line. Silica is necessary for them to build their tests, which are made of glass. So when Synedra is living alone in solution with only silica provided as a resource, and remember, a resource is something that is consumed and can be used up, you'll see that as we get growth of Synedra here, silica declines significantly, which makes sense because they're using up the silica to make their tests. Let's look at a different type of diatom, a stereonella, which is here. It looks like this star-shaped diatom. A stereonella, also a diatom, is going to also use up silica, because silica, again, is a resource for this particular diatom. So as the stereonella concentrations grow in solution, they're using up all the silica to build their bodies. So clearly, you've got two different species of diatom, both of which are using a limited resource, silica, to build their bodies. So what do you think is going to happen when Synedra is combined in solution with the stereonella? Do you think that they are going to show similar growth rates or different growth rates? Well, clearly, this unit is about competition, so here's what happens. First of all, we get a lack of silica over time, which makes sense because, again, it's a resource being used up by these organisms. You can see that Synedra grows and reaches an asymptote because basically there's no silica left. So it is a plateau over which it cannot grow anymore because it's used up the resource. But you can see when a stereonella is in solution with Synedra, it crashes. The population goes extinct in solution. And that happens because of competition. So not only is silica going down because it's a resource being used up, but Synedra outcompetes a stereonella in the same environment. So let's look at the overall effect. First of all, clearly a stereonella is crashing, so they go extinct. Synedra reaches a maximum growth rate, but cannot grow anymore because there's no silica. But it also reaches its growth rate much slower than it did before. And that's because it's using energy to compete with the stereonella.